Hello again, and in this video we're going to be talking about post and terms. In other words, we are going to be talking about how to manage access to your WordPress content. Oddly enough, many people think that Advanced Access Manager is all about roles and capabilities. However, the truth is that over 60% of AM functionality is actually related to the post and terms, and quite literally there is no limit what you can do with the service when it comes to manage access to your content. IAM is arguably the most sophisticated plugin when it comes to restricted content, because it allows you to define access controls to entire post type, specific posts, taxonomy, terms, or even posts that belong to specific terms or tags. Okay, so I will just go and guide you through this particular UI, and then you can just do some experiments on your end. Now, I would like to emphasize that a lot of functionality that is relevant to posts and terms are actually baked into the premium AM add-on. If it doesn't fit your needs, you have 60 days full refund guaranteed. Alright, posts and terms, when you open this tab, the first thing you see is list of all post types that are registered on your site. Yes, which means you can manage access not only to posts and pages or your media library item, but also to things like products in WooCommerce, or maybe contact forms, or maybe contacts if these custom plugins utilize WordPress core post type functionality. You can search for any specific post types. Just pay attention to the post type slug. For each row, as you can see, there are two icons. The first one brings the access form, which means you can define here. There's a breadcrumb that visually can show where you are, and here we are having a form that allows you to define access controls to all posts. And as you can see, it's not only just allow or deny, restrict or allow, but there are way more features that are available to you. One of the most powerful one is the ability to hide posts, which means user will not be able to see all posts in the search or on a front end. Speaking about a front end, actually you can fine-tune which particular area to hide posts from. You can do it separately for front end, back end, or even RESTful API. As an option, you can exclude these restrictions to post authors. So any post that particular person produced, they will be visible to them but not to others. So this checkbox does that. Another handy feature is ability to actually restrict direct access to posts. So if the difference between hidden and restricted is that restricted literally denies access to a post if a user tried to access it with direct URL, while hidden does not. Hidden only hides a post but not restrict direct access. You can prevent leaving a comments. This is a very handy way to prevent any kind of spam or unnecessary commenting. And as you can see, you can do that for any role, for any specific user, or you can do it for visitors. Let's say you can say, you know what, I would like to prevent commenting for unauthenticated users or visitors. You can do it, just simply disallow that. You can prevent from creating new posts, as well as ability to edit, publish, or delete. And as you can see, all of them can be further fine-tuned, which you can, let's say, you can prevent publishing of all posts except user that created posts. So that's this is few words about defining default access controls to all posts that belong to any specific post type. And as you can see, there are more post types, and more plugins you install, more post types you're going to see. So keep in mind there is here the pagination that you can paginate, or you can search for a specific post type by title. Now this drop down allows you to jump between post types and taxonomies. So that brings the list of all the taxonomies that are registered on your site, and you can manage access to those taxonomies the same way. Just the form is slightly different. Now there are different options available here. You can hide all the terms that belong to categories taxonomy. The browse permission allows you to deny direct access to the page that lists all the posts that belong to specific category, as well as things like ability to create new categories, add or delete, or assign. Assign, which means user is not going to be able to assign any category to any post. Now, let's go back to post type, and let me show you how you can actually define access to very specific posts or category. So by drilling down, so let's go back. There are two ways you can drill down. Either click this button or just click on the name of the post type, and that will bring you the list of all the posts and categories that are in this particular post type. So I'm gonna go ahead and also create a couple categories. Category A, category B. So you can see a little bit better how that changes. All right, so here we have the list of all posts that belongs to the post type post, and you can you see what happened here because we previously defined default access controls to all posts. So all the posts inherit these settings automatically. You can override them, and you can obviously define whatever access controls you want to define for this specific post named sample post. Similarly, you can do that for any categories. So for example, any posts that belong to category A, you can restrict them, you can allow commenting, and you can set whatever access controls you need to set. So that's how you define access controls to posts. And similarly, you can do the same way with any specific term. So that's basically how the post and term service works. So AAM takes into consideration all the relationships between these different post types, taxonomies, terms, categories, tags, you name it. You know, there are so many different terms floating in the air when we're trying to describe WordPress content. But keep in mind that you can define these access controls for any role. You can define them for any user individually. You can define them for visitors, which means unauthenticated users, or you can define that for on a default access level, which means all users, roles, and visitors automatically inherit those settings.